I talk a lot about goals, and today I want to share how to make a money goal chart. This is going to be a really fun and informative video and help you improve your financial life. By setting financial goals, you're able to track your progress and be even more excited about reaching those financial goals. Let's dive right in. All right, how to make a money goal chart. I'm going to be putting some things on the flip chart here, but you can definitely make your own money goal chart in a spreadsheet if you want to, or in a Google Doc, or just write it down, or you can even get a big poster paper and put your goals on there, whatever is going to work best for you. So step one is to define our goal. What is going to be our money goal? It could be saving up for a down payment on a house. It could be saving for a trip to take to Israel. It could be simply setting up an emergency fund. It could be saving up for taxes. It could be setting aside enough money to invest. There are a lot of different options, so pick at least one financial goal that you want to work on. And I want you to put it in the comments. Tell me what your financial goal is. And we want to make sure that we are very specific with our financial goal and that we give it a deadline. And we want it to be something that we can achieve, and not something super easy, but not something that's so unattainable we won't even work toward it. We want something that's going to stretch us a little bit. For me, a while ago, one of my financial goals was to have $10,000 in my emergency fund. So that is the example I'm going to use today. We want to write down our very specific goal with a time frame around that goal. So I wrote down my goal here, emergency fund, $10,000. And now I need to add my time frame to that goal. So to make it easy, I'm going to put in 10 months, I want to achieve this goal. Make sure you have your goal written down with a certain date that you want to reach that financial goal by, and make sure that you have your dollar amount tied to this goal. And now we want to move to the next step. We want to create actions that are going to get us to this goal. So what is going to get me to an emergency fund of $10,000 in 10 months? What steps do I need to be taking right now in order to achieve this goal? For me, I'm going to say I want to put $1,000 each month into my emergency fund so that in 10 months I will have my $10,000. And when you're working on your goals, think backwards. So let's say you want to save up for a down payment on a house and you want to have that amount in 12 months. So where do you need to be in 6 months, and where do you need to be in 1 month? And what is one action you can take today to get you closer to the amount that you need? And just to keep it simple, if you want to have a down payment of $12,000 in 12 months, then in 6 months you want to have half of that amount already saved up, right? You want your $6,000. So that can be one of your milestones. And then think, what do you need to do this month in order to create $1,000? If you want to put $1,000 every single month into your savings for your down payment. So for me, I want to have $1,000 already saved up this month. I'm going to write that down. So how am I going to create $1,000 within 1 month? Let's think about this. Can I add another service to my business? That could be an option. Can I sell more packages of what I'm already currently selling? Can I get a part-time job and create a little extra money that way? Can I sell a few things online and make some cash that way? Think of different ways that you can create some money for your financial goal. For me, I'm going to say that I want to add another service to my business. And I'm going to say that that service is packaged at $500. So I'll need to sell 2 of those packages in order to reach my $1,000. So I'll write down that package, that service package, is going to cost $500. And then I need to sell 2 of them. So I'll put times 2. So that's going to be my goal, my task for this month in order to create an extra $1,000. And then I'm going to break that down even further. So I know that's my goal for the month. I have what I want to do in order to create that $1,000. Now, what's the next step I need to take? I need to figure out, okay, what is this service package going to be? And let's just say it is a coaching call with me. Now I know what that is. Now I need to create a landing page or even just start telling people about it. So I need to start promoting that. So in order to promote it, I have to come up with different ways to do that. What are different posts I'm going to put on social media? What am I going to send out in my newsletter? All of those different things, right? So that would be the next step. I would say, all right, in order to promote it, I need to do so many posts on social media, and I need to be doing them every weekday. So figure out what your steps are in order to achieve your goal. We want to work backwards so that we are taking action today in order to reach that goal. And if we are writing this all down in our money goal chart, then we are able to keep track of everything that we need to do, and we can check it off once it's done. And that's actually our next step. We want to track our progress. We want to make sure that we are doing the steps that are in our money goal chart. And you can make this really fun if you want to. If you were doing it on a poster board, you can get some cute stickers or colorful markers, whatever it is, to make it more exciting in order to help motivate you to achieve your goal. So for me, I'm just going to switch the marker color, and I'm going to cross off that I added my service package and I sold 2 of those packages. But of course, you can make it more fun than just crossing it off the list. And then the next step is, when we are tracking our progress, we want to review our goal, make sure that we are still on track, or if we need to make adjustments, then we can adjust what we need to. For example, if I decided, you know what, I don't have time to do extra coaching calls one of these months, so I'm going to switch that and I'm going to sell an online course. I could record that course live, have it created, and then package it and sell it for the remaining months that I need to make that $1,000. And that is part of our money goal chart. We can definitely make changes where we need to. And I know I have definitely done this with goals that I have set. I've set specific goals, and sometimes I just start to think, you know what, that seems too far out of reach right now. So I'm going to scale that goal back a little bit. And maybe it's not $10,000 in 10 months. Maybe it's $10,000 in 12 months. Or maybe I am making such amazing progress that I'm thinking, you know what, I can save $15,000 in 10 months instead of that $10,000. So I can adjust my goal that way. And then the next step is to stay accountable. It makes a big difference if you have someone that's holding you accountable. That way it's not you relying on your self-discipline. So you can add to your money goal chart at the end of each of your steps that you have. You can say, all right, check in with Sally, or check in with mom, or accountability partner. You can add that as a step and make sure that you check that off. For me, I have found this very helpful. I have an accountability partner. I call her my mastermind partner. But when I very first started my business, she was starting her business at the same time, and we met in this online group coaching program that we were in together, and we chose each other to be mastermind partners. And we have been checking in with each other every single week for years now, and it has made such a big difference for me. I feel like I may have given up at some point if I did not have someone to hold me accountable and just have someone to check in every week with me and see where I'm at with things, what my struggles are, what my goals are. It's so beneficial if you have someone else in your corner. And if you feel like you don't have someone in person that can be your accountability partner, you can definitely look online in different Facebook groups, for example, or different communities, and see if there's someone else that has some financial goal, and you can be accountability partners with each other. And if you are looking for a financial coach, someone that has gone through a lot of these things, hold you accountable and give you some guidance, you can definitely check out my website, wealthytiffany.com. I will leave a link to my website below in the description. So make sure and set your money goal and tell me what it is in the comments as soon as you have it. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information, and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more great content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.